Hello everybody, my name's Crazy Savage and welcome back to a new video. But today we are going to be doing more work on our bunker today. So if you haven't seen the last episode, I recommend doing so for watching this. But I'll give a little quick tour. So we went ahead and we started making a bunker here behind our house. So we went ahead, we made the outside here. I actually put up some new signs. I had some signs I think in the last episode. I think I put them in at the end. But I changed them up a little bit because I didn't feel like they fit enough. So we are accepting guests at this time. So if we walk inside though, if you didn't see, we went ahead, we put lighting all around. It goes down to a vault door here, which if we walk through, I actually changed this up a little bit. Walk on through and you see I actually polished it up like I said I would. This will all go eventually. This is just temporary so that I can have resources. But you see I took out a ton of blocks here though. And if we look down, it's all polished in. All the walls are polished. Everything's good. I also made a little branch pathway out here to our emergency hatch, which if we open it up, it takes us all the way down to, it looks like just a shroom light, but it's actually some water. We'll check it out in a second here. But let's go ahead. We can also take our elevator here. I went ahead, I changed it up a little, I filled it all in. So if you didn't see the last one, all we have to do though is click this button here and it starts taking us all the way down here. As you can see, it's all polished up. I put in the copper on the sides, the floorings all here. Even the back of the elevator I changed. And you can see how it actually changes from deep slate to tough as it goes down. So I felt like that was nice. So it's 16 blocks of deep slate from the bridge there, 16 blocks of deep slate and then 16 blocks of tough, all the way down. For the edges, I actually put deep slate bricks and tough bricks. Even for this little elevator here, the emergency hatch. See, so it's actually a stained blue glass and a shroom light all the way down, just to make it so that if the elevator's down here, you're trying to get down, easy way to get down. Next, so this hasn't changed much. I put a little book here. You can stop and read it if you want to. I'm going to be putting little books around, just talking about the base, so that once we do open this up to the server, anyone can now use it and understand it. But we walk in. I think I finished this up last episode. I put all the names here. I still need to get the letter armor for each one. There's actually a new name here, Killer Robo. He's a new member on the server who actually joined yesterday from the time of recording. And in here, I went ahead and off camera, I finished up the back here. This actually is a slime chunk. Fairly interesting, but it's fairly nice though for slime balls, however, because I'm kind of out of slime balls after that machine. But I actually went ahead, I cleared out this area here so we can start building. Let me kill this slime. I can explain what we're going to be doing though today. So today we are actually going to be so what I want to do is when we walk through this door here, so this decontamination. So if you didn't see the last one, if I didn't explain it enough, decontamination here. You put your stuff into each barrel that's assigned to you, swap your armor, and then you can go into the base. So right on the inside here, one, we don't have food. So if we put our stuff away, we won't have food. So I think I want to do maybe a bread box and a milk box. But I want to do a reception area, not just give it to you, but a little reception. We could put a villager, maybe just standing here looking at you like a lectern villager. Or maybe even just a cartographer might look nice, but the lectern might be good because he will have a book. So that might be nice. Then it could branch out into two ways here. So one way, which I think we'll do today, we could do crops on the side here, a bunch of crops like weed, carrots, potatoes, beetroot, stuff like that. Then on the other side, it'll branch out to maybe housing, so we can go out and maybe another episode we could do a tunnel down, just a bunch of housing for each room for each person on the server. So I think that could look very nice. And then in the middle, we could do some sort of maybe outside field, maybe put some cows, or just make it look kind of lively, glass maybe. I don't know. That's all just planning. But we also, before we get started today with this build, so I think we're going to just jump right into building a reception. Before we get started though, out here, I wanted to show off the emergency escape here. So I wanted to make a door. So say like someone came down here and they clicked the elevator by mistake. Uh-oh, the elevator's going all the way up. You can actually see it go all the way up there, which is really cool looking. The glass, watch it go all the way up. You can even see the crying obsidian up there. So all you're left with now is this. You can't call it back. Click at the button here, and there's no ladder out. So the emergency escape here, I will eventually polish this all up like how I did in there. But you run all the way down here. It takes you to like a nice little water elevator here that you go in, shoots you up, and you fly out. So, and it's in just a little river, like right next to the base. I actually need to go flooding back 'cause it's night now, but takes you right next to our base. So not too close, but for now it's pretty nice. I feel like that's a good escape because usually if you're gonna use it, something dumb probably happened with the elevator getting shot back up, or you accidentally clicked it. But I'm gonna go grab some materials I think we could use for that, like reception area, and we can get started with our build. Okay, so how we did out here, we did our tough and we did copper. That's how I want to do this base, just like a copper and tough theme all the way around. For our reception area here, I want to do some tough, so I grabbed as much tough as I had. I need to go back to the mine and go get some. But we can come out maybe like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do like 3. 3 too much? No, I think that's just fine. 3 is just right. So we can do like a 3 out here and then have like something like this. So that way the office is kind of enclosed here. We can have right here. Do I have any dirt on me? Yes, I do. So good temporary blocks. We can have like maybe some lecterns here. We can maybe have like a painting here on both sides. And then just wall this area off here. That way the village is just in here. We can also put like maybe a maybe we don't put a painting on this side. Instead on this side we put like a bed here. Then the paintings on this side here floating. And on the back wall we can maybe put like a shroom light or like a glowstone behind him. That way it looks nice, and then have like some glass in the front here. I feel like all of that could look fairly nice together. I need to go get some materials, that means. But then over here we need to actually cap this off here. So I guess that means we don't actually need these corners. We can maybe use them for something else. But this would then lead to our hallways, which means I actually need to expand this one out. I think I want the hallways maybe 3 wide. If we do 3 here, we just keep going with the 3 wide hallway. But I need to go grab some lecterns and some paintings and also some more tough so that we can start getting to work with making the reception. Okay, so I grabbed some materials to get us going. I got some more tough. So if we come over here, so let's get rid of these placeholders now because we're doing the real thing. So I'm going to leave, for now I'm going to leave this wall open here. That way we can get the villager in when we get him. Because I want, as I think I mentioned, I wanted to put a villager in here. So we can go ahead and do something like this. Then, do we want like glass like this, maybe? And then maybe like a top layer. Here, do we want that? Oh, that looks weird, because we could do just 4 glass. But then you can't really talk to the person. I guess that could work, because they're just sitting here checking you in, whatever. So you're not really supposed to be able to access the person. So I guess this could be good. Then we can put, so let's go ahead and surround this area with tough with this lineup right here. So we can go ahead, we can break this here, because I actually think instead of doing the shroom light, I said, so if we come over here, the copper bulbs, I could put some, so these ones aren't wax because I want them to turn dark. I want, like, the nice dark light. Actually, ooh. If we come in here, so over here, so we're doing the unwax so that we can get like the nice green feel. Could always, when you come into the base, actually, this part is all waxed. Or at least, maybe the lights going into the base are waxed. Because I like the green, but I know they don't emit as much light. Okay, well, I got into a ramble here, but right here we can maybe do some just wax bulbs. That way they're always shining bright for the villager. go ahead, fill up the wall here, and then for his floor, we can always do the polished tuff. I think that'll look good unless we want, what do we do in here? In here we did polished tuff, yeah, that doesn't look too bad with copper. And then we can put maybe some carpet in here just to add something to it, because I do know, at least, I was talking to Mr. McSquare, the owner of the server, if you didn't know, if you're new to the channel, of course. I was talking to him about it, and I was showing him my old houses and stuff. And one thing he did criticize, so he said they all look nice, but the one thing he did say was, basic tuff, like the polished tuff here. Ooh, let me get my torch here. So it kind of just looks a little bland, which I do kind of agree. It does kind of just, it all just seems together, like, just goes together too much. So maybe we do go get some carpet. Maybe some, we could do like an orange carpet for the middle to kind of go with like a tuff theme, because tuff is kind of orange. Because I think dark green would be too much. So let me grab, I need to go grab some the copper bulbs. Since we're down here though, we can also do right here. Go ahead and do our lecterns here. That way we can put like a book and quill there. That way he's actually like taking notes or something, write something funny in it. Over here and put a painting. Ooh, that's way too big of a painting. Yeah, something like that. Like maybe like a rose might look nice. Just a little like rose here. Should I do one next to it? Let's see, let's put the bed in, then we can see that. So let me go grab a bed and some copper bulbs and maybe some copper, and we can see how that all looks together. It's actually very helpful. Mr. McSquare, we saw this in a previous episode, but he put all these all the different colors of wool here. Seems like, oh, is he taking it down? Or it could just be this explosion. If you don't remember, this used to be a big mountain here. I think he was talking about at one point he was going to take his staff of dominance, which we could make in the future. The staff of dominance, it actually can blow things up. So I think he went ahead and he cleared out this whole thing and maybe shot this by accident when he was doing it. But it's really nice that this here, we can actually take some. Let me make some shears actually, because there's not much in here. But we're going to be probably using a lot of this orange wool if it looks nice in the base. That way we can maybe, because we're doing the 3 wide blocks we talked about, we can maybe just put like orange cup in the middle. That way it could just like be lining our path, kind of like a red carpet, but instead of red carpet, of course it's going to be orange carpet. So I'm going to grind up a little bit of wool here, then head back to the base. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these bulbs here. They're actually already waxed, which is very nice because the copper we're using was already waxed to begin with, so they should always stay like this. Go ahead, we put a bed in the corner. Oh, should we put it in the corner? I don't think he'll glitch through the wall, so that should be fine. And then for the middle here, we can go ahead, move this torch here because we have light now. Go ahead, just put some copper in here. Yeah, just like that. Should we fill in? No, we're good with the corners. Should we? Well, it kind of looks a little weird. No, that should be fine actually, because yeah, it all fits in. And I'm actually going to go ahead and add a painting, I think on this wall right here. So let's go ahead and put like a different one. Yeah, let's go with that. That looks okay. So we have a flower there, then like a nice, I don't really know how to make these things out. I know they are actual pictures, but I just don't know what that one is. But yeah, I think it looks nice for the theme we're going with in the bunker. It almost kind of looks like a desert, in my opinion. It kind of looks like a desert themed cactus with the green, all the yellow there for desert. It kind of looks like that to me, so maybe he's looking out to his, he's trying to remember society out there. So we can now go ahead, though, fill up the top here. Actually, ooh, should I do, because we're going to fill up the top with now, tough bricks. Maybe we do like glass here. Yeah, there we go. So extra like glass so that you can look in more. That way it doesn't like cover the whole thing up. So let's go ahead and fill in the top here. Then after we fill in the top here, all we have to, oh my, I misplaced not once but twice in the same block. But now that we've kind of made this little room for him here, we can go ahead now and bring a villager in, which I believe there is a villager breeder back at spawn, so I have to go there and go see. Actually, I want to quickly do in these corners here, because it does look a little dim. I mean, not that mobs would spawn, but it does just kind of look a little dim. So just so that I can add some light, I don't think you'll be able to see it too much. You see that torch? Let me get rid of this torch here, because we already have light on the back wall. Yeah, that lights it up a lot better in there. And then we can eventually go and like copy, maybe put some like tough bricks on the top. Not tough bricks. Polished tough on the top or something on the top. That'll look nice. I'll have to decide what I want to do. But let me go see if I can go get a villager. I don't think there is any villagers at the farm yet, but maybe there will be one, so let me go check. Okay, so we're actually gonna have to hold off on the villager because I've been sitting at this breeder for a little bit. I don't know how it works. I'm not good with bedrock breeders. I didn't build this. This was another build of Mr. McSquares. But been sitting here for a while. I tried giving them a little bit of like potatoes, trying to see if things stock up. I don't think they have enough beds for how many villagers are in there, so it could be just they can't bleed. But I'll talk to him if he gets on the server before I get off. I'll talk to him a little bit, but before we go back to the base, I want to go check out this chicken, but before that, I need to go sleep. Okay, so I already knew about this chicken, but I guess this was Lawless Bacon's community lava chicken, which it looks really good. I actually wait, what's this? Oh, yeah, it actually looks funny as smoke going in the butt of the chicken, but it looks like it's just like a nice little chicken spot. I have been getting some cooked chicken here, but it seems like the chickens up there lay eggs, and I think they get dispensed down here. And then, of course, once they grow up, they get burnt, and you get some cooked meat. Or some cooked chicken, I should say. So, it's really nice looking shop here. I've been just grabbing chicken as I go. But yeah, it looks really funny, the chicken. You can actually, if you remember my storage house at the main base, you might be able to see it. That house all the way out there. You might be able to just see the roof of it. If you go to the balcony and look out the big window on the top floor, you can actually see the chicken looking back at you, which is pretty hilarious in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, if he gets on the server, the guy who built this, Mr. McSquare, he's currently on the server, but he's AFK right now. I think he's at his iron farm a little, but if he does get on the server, and before I end this recording, I will talk to him, see if I can get a villager, but that'll be, I guess, future me's problem. So let's head back to the base and see if we start getting the crop area going of the base, and maybe just some more of that that side of the base done. Okay, so I went ahead up here. I put some polished stuff just to finish off the villager area there, and I also went ahead. I put it originally 2 blocks out on both sides when I was showing you how I would do the walls, but I actually changed it. I cut off the 2 blocks. I'm just gonna have it go straight down, and then have tough bricks wrapping the edges. And I'm going to put I don't have it on me, but those copper bulbs, I'm going to, I think, put like those like scattered down. But also over here, I did some carpet down here because I really like the carpet on the tough, and I'm planning on doing it like carpet all the way, just in the middle of each section. That way you follow it. I also placed it in here, added something, and out here, because I feel like it actually makes it look a lot nicer. Just the carpet down here instead of just the plain or just stone. I mean, in here it's polished, out here it's polished andesite. So it's just like, I feel like it gives something. I also put a door here because it looked weird. But you can actually see there is light in here, and it kind of looks a little weird until you go over here and see that there's actually a torch under the slab. So I felt like that gave some light. Then the middle, what I'm going to do in there for the middle of the carpets, I'm going to put some of these things just hidden under. You can't really tell they're there. At first I was gonna do torches, but you saw the smoke of the torch. So I feel like just like this looks kind of nice. And I might be able to... Does this block the light? Oh, that actually doesn't block the light. So maybe actually, because I can actually save myself. Let me try, do I have torches? I do. And I have some andesite, so let me try putting some torches instead and see how that's gonna look. Because I didn't actually realize after placing this down that you could actually the light actually passes through. So let's see. Okay, put the torches under, now place this, and yeah, okay, that actually looks good still. So that actually kind of solves the other issue that when you would walk over, you would with the copper bulbs, you would hear like the copper sound as you like walk over copper. It makes a sound. I don't know if it, yeah, you can't really hear it there, and you probably wouldn't be able to hear it much in recording, but it's just a weird sound as you walk, so that actually kind of like helps a little. It makes it so that we don't have to see many torches, so that's pretty nice. So I think I'm gonna do that for out here when we start the pathways. Ooh, big slime. Okay, took care of the slime there. Okay, so back to the build. So last thing I want to do today, so we finished up reception. We still need to get the villager. I'm hoping to be able to get the villager in today, but I'll have to see. So over here, I want to finish up this area today. So I was gonna try to get empty hand, but I'm full blocks. So I might just place this. I like empty hand. So over here, so I want to do the plants, like I said. So that means I need to kind of like move this wall back here. Because I want to do like a nice little area for each plant, do some glass here, and then like maybe a door going into each one. But I have to see how that's going to work. How big is this wall? This is going to be a lot of work, but hopefully it'll look nice in the end. I mean, this base, compared to the beginning of this episode to now, just this here, this reception, if we go like first person, walk in, it makes it look, oh, that little bit of lag. Makes it look so much better, just this here instead of like the empty area, so it should look very nice, but we'll have to see. Okay, I think I got my design here that I want. I went ahead, I did a 5 block for each one, so that way you can look in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there'll be a wall, then it goes 5 more. So that's kind of what I did. I had to expand the base out a little for it. But I think that's gonna look good, and then I put some like glass here, that way you can see it. It does look a little weird because it's attached to the wall, but once the wall goes away, it should look good. So now I just have to bring it out a few blocks. I think I'm only gonna go like a 5 block out, but I haven't decided that completely yet. But then I'll have to put a wall up on each one. Maybe I could do glass lining that wall too on the inside. So we have to see how that's gonna look. But let me go ahead, clear these walls out, and we can see how it's all gonna look. Okay, I just finished out the rooms. It actually looks kind of nice just looking into it. But if we go inside, so I finished up this room, the flooring. So I put polished stuff here. Planning on putting water there. For now, I'm not. For the walls, I need to figure out my light source. Still, I haven't really figured that out. But I went ahead on these walls. I put glass all the way down, so you can actually see all the way. And then the back wall is stone, just like this wall. So now I need to figure out what I want to do for the tops here, like the lining right there, which I think would just be polished tough, because that's what the outside and the roof is going to be. And then for the walls, I think I'm just gonna go with tough bricks. I haven't fully decided. I don't know if I want to keep going with tough bricks and overuse it, but it's just vegetation, so it's not too important for the sign looks. Besides that, I have to go get the vegetation, but I need to go get some tough. I think I'll just fill in the walls, like I said, tough, and then hopefully we can then just go ahead and bring in all the vegetation. I'm planning on doing, real quick, wheat, carrots, potatoes, and then the beetroot, because I don't think we want pumpkins or watermelons growing. They would be nice, but they are a little bit more tricky to kind of farm, because you have to make like better rooms for those. So in the future, maybe we'll do it, but for now, we're not. Okay, so I finished up the rooms here. I actually also put some birch doors because I felt like it looked nice, even though birch is not the best wood in my opinion, like for texture wise. I feel like it kind of fits the garden vibes here. So went ahead, I put tough bricks as our walls, polished tough as a ceiling, and then I did the, oh, what's it called, copper bulbs for the ceiling, also for the light for everything. And I also made sure it was wax so that it always says white. Oh my god, it always says lit up. So we can now go ahead and plant all this stuff here. So let's go ahead, we do seeds first. Okay, I grabbed just enough for each one, so seeds there. Now carrots, Next we have potatoes. And finally we have our beetroots here, which is our last plant we're going to be planting. Which actually kind of concludes this episode mostly, but there is one last thing I want to show. But before we actually do that, that stuff's gonna look so much better once it does get grown, because I think it kind of like pierces the top, but you just look in and see all the plants. Go in here and look at that, but that's not the last thing I want to show. Over here, actually, is the last thing, so I went ahead. So here, I wanted to just do a tough wall, but I felt like that kind of looked blank. So I did, this all unwaxed here. I did two, copper blocks with some, like, what's that called? Cut copper, yeah, cut copper here, and then two copper bulbs in the middle, all lit up. So I felt like that looked nice. I might do it on this side too, if it does look that good. Yeah, I think I could actually do it on this side, because it's not, yeah, because I stop it here right at the wall, and that's probably where I'm going to be, stopping, the wall here. So I can actually probably do that here for next episode, but anyways, also, before we actually go, one last thing. I'm sorry, all these last things. Off camera, I wasn't able to get a hold of the owner for the how to use the breeder. So next episode, hopefully off camera, actually, I'll be able to get a villager in here. But if not, the next episode, we definitely will try and get one in there. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It helps a lot. Also, comment down below on any builds you want to see, any ideas you have. And I hope you guys are having a good day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.